Abraham's son Isaac was 60 years old when his wife Rebekah became pregnant. While she was pregnant, the babies struggled within her womb and she became afraid. Then God said to Rebekah, "Do not be afraid. 2 nations are in your womb. 2 peoples will come from you. One nation will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." When the time came for her to give birth, the first baby came out red and covered with hair, so they named him Esau. After him, his brother came out holding Esau's heel, so they named him Jacob. The name Jacob means heel grabber or supplanter. As they grew up, Esau became a skilled hunter and spent much of his time in the fields. Jacob was a quiet man who stayed among the tents. Isaac loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. One day Jacob was cooking some stew. Esau came in from the field exhausted and said to Jacob, "Let me have some of that red stew." Jacob replied, "First, sell me your birthright." Esau said, "I am about to die. What good is my birthright to me?" So Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. Jacob gave him bread and lentil stew, and Esau ate and went away. When Isaac became old and his eyesight grew weak, he called his son Esau and said, "Go hunting, prepare the meat I like, and bring it to me. Then I will bless you before I die." Rebekah overheard what Isaac said. She prepared meat from young goats and gave it to Jacob. She told him to go to his father and pretend to be Esau so that he could receive the blessing. Jacob said, "But Esau is hairy, and my skin is smooth. If father touches me, he will know I am not Esau." So Rebekah covered Jacob's hands and neck with goatskins and sent him to Isaac. Jacob went to his father and said, "Father, I am Esau. I have brought the game you asked for. Please eat and bless me." Isaac was suspicious and touched him. Thinking he was Esau, Isaac ate the food Jacob brought and blessed him, saying, "May God give you the dew of heaven, and the richness of the earth, and abundance of grain and new wine. May nations serve you, and peoples bow down to you. May your brothers bow down before you. May those who curse you be cursed, and those who bless you be blessed." As soon as Jacob left, Esau returned from hunting. He prepared the food and brought it to Isaac. Then he said, "Father, eat and bless me." Isaac asked, "Who are you?" Esau replied, "I am your son Esau." Isaac trembled and said, "Then who was the one who came before you? I already ate his food and blessed him, and he will indeed be blessed." Esau cried out, "Father, bless me too." But Isaac said, "Your brother Jacob came deceitfully and has taken your blessing. I have made him lord over you." From that day, Esau held a grudge against Jacob and planned to kill him. Rebekah became afraid and told Jacob to flee to the city of Haran. Before he left, Isaac and Rebekah told him, "Do not marry one of the local women. Go to Haran and marry one of the daughters of your uncle Laban." Jacob left Beersheba and traveled toward Haran. As the sun set, he stopped for the night. He took one of the stones there, placed it under his head, and lay down to sleep. That night he had a dream. He saw a ladder reaching from earth to heaven, and angels of God were going up and down on it. Above it stood the Lord, who said, "I will give this land where you are lying to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be as numerous as the dust of the earth. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. I will bring you back to this land." Jacob woke up and said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. This is the house of God. This is the gate of heaven." He set up the stone as a pillar, poured oil on it, and named that place Bethel. He vowed, saying, "This stone will be God's house. and of everything God gives me, I will give him a tenth." The name Bethel means house of God. Jacob arrived at the home of his uncle Laban. Laban had 2 daughters. The older daughter was Leah, and the younger daughter was Rachel. Rachel was very beautiful. Jacob loved Rachel and said to Laban, "Give Rachel to me as my wife, and I will work for you for 7 years." Laban agreed. Jacob worked 7 years, but because of his love for Rachel, the years seemed like only a few days to him. When the time came, Laban held a great feast, but that night, instead of Rachel, he sent Leah to Jacob. The next morning Jacob realized it was Leah and said to Laban, "Why have you deceived me?" Laban replied, "In our country, the older daughter must be married before the younger. If you want Rachel also, work for me another 7 years." Because Jacob loved Rachel, he agreed and worked another 7 years. Then Laban gave Rachel as Jacob's wife. Laban also gave Zilpah as a servant to Leah and Bilhah as a servant to Rachel. Jacob loved Rachel more than Leah. Seeing that Leah was unloved, God gave her children, but Rachel remained childless. Rachel was deeply troubled because she had no children. After many years, God remembered Rachel and gave her a son. She named him Joseph. Jacob continued working for Laban, and because God was with him, he became very wealthy. Laban's sons became jealous of Jacob. Jacob also noticed that Laban's attitude toward him had changed. So Jacob gathered his wives, children, and possessions, loaded them onto camels, and left. Later, Jacob heard that Esau was coming to meet him with 400 men. He became afraid. He sent gifts ahead to Esau, including goats, sheep, and camels. After sending his family and servants across the Jabbok River, Jacob stayed behind alone. That night, a man wrestled with Jacob until daybreak. Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The man touched Jacob's hip and injured it. Then he said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with men and overcome." The man blessed Jacob and departed. Jacob said, "I have seen God face to face," and he named that place Peniel. When Jacob looked up, he saw Esau coming with 400 men. Jacob bowed down before his brother. Esau ran to him, embraced him, and kissed him. Both of them wept. Then Jacob's servants, wives, and children also bowed down before Esau. Afterward, Jacob lived near his father Isaac in Hebron. When Isaac died at the age of 180, he was buried in the cave of Machpelah, where Abraham and Sarah had been buried. Later, while traveling toward Bethlehem, Rachel gave birth to her second son and died during childbirth. The child was named Benjamin. Jacob loved Joseph and Benjamin, the sons of Rachel, more than his other sons. The other brothers became jealous and sold Joseph to Ishmaelite traders. Then they told their father Jacob that a wild animal had killed him. But God was with Joseph and raised him to become a ruler in Egypt. Eventually, Jacob learned that Joseph was still alive. Joseph brought his father and all his brothers to Egypt. Jacob died at the age of 147. As he had requested, Joseph took his body back to Hebron and buried him in the cave of Machpelah, where Abraham and Sarah had been buried. When God chooses someone, no matter what kind of person they are or what situation they are in, he can use them for his purpose. In the same way, Jacob, who deceived his father and his brother, was transformed by God. Through him, God fulfilled the promises he had made to Abraham and Isaac.